JoJo's funny. Oi, 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 oi. Joining us from Japan, where it's wet, it's humid, on the 2609th anniversary of the solar eclipse occurring during the Battle of the Eclipse. Makes sense. The Lydians and the Medes in modern day Turkey. The earliest event of which the precise date is known. So that's the earliest event of anything. It's the earliest event that happened on a specific day that we can point to. That's really fucking cool. That's super cool. So it's the oldest genuine birthday we have. What happened after Franco won the league in his first 2 seasons? What's the ref doing here? Why is the ref there? That doesn't feel optimal. We don't need all this dicking around. We want to try and end today. Fucking hell. Oh, the jet ski's playing though. Jojo will be happy. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Anatoly Trubin's had an absolute nightmare there. At all stages. Firstly, what's this pass? Secondly, What's this save? Like, not covered himself in glory there. Ugh. Oh, Florian! Florian! My boy! Why does Vince need to wait for the stream to be done? I don't understand. Why can Vince not ask his question? But there's nothing yet. It's going to take about an hour until anything remotely interesting happens in this stream. Fucking Vince. Yeah, I've been on the topic of formats. I have been converted on divisions being terrible, and a lot of the people I can't seem to work out what people are wanting from. Like, there's all of these caveats to conferences, and I don't understand why we would then bother with conferences instead of just like a round robin or a split. I don't really understand what they're trying to achieve with conferences once they've added in all of these caveats. Like people are like, oh, I don't. Some people are like, I don't want the playoffs to decide it. And Whammer makes a good point. The playoffs does kind of then render the point of the cup somewhat unnecessary. Because like, if we're having playoffs, then the cup. What's the Belgian league structure? Let's have a look. Belgian. I assume. Belgian Pro League. There we go. So they had a 16-team league. They play 30 games. Oh, they just have a split. That's just a split, right? They just split the league into 4 though, by the looks of it. Like 3 or 4. They do some funky stuff with the bottom of the split because they have divisions, which like it then ends up in. There's lots of different stages to it, but for what we would need, it is essentially just a split. But the point of people then get upset, right? Because we split into smaller groups, but then that reduces the number of people that the split is relevant for. If we split into 3 or say we split into 4, then that means 3/4 of the league have nothing to play for at the split, because the only thing that matters in the Gobshite League is coming exactly first. Exactly last, yeah. So then, if we split into multiple groups, like more than 2 groups, then there are some number of teams that literally can't achieve anything, right? They can't dodge last or come first because it's physically not possible. Yeah, but nobody cares about them. Yeah, but if you split into 2, you at least have half of the teams who have a shot at winning the league, technically, right? Obviously, it can be different depending on how late the split happens and how big the gap between first and the split is. But I feel like at that point, we're probably better off just having a round robin and not bothering with the split. We could, Hadley. Like, there's plenty of playoff things, but the issue with, like, this is the issue with the conferences that Whammer's raised, and I'm aligned. If we're then settling the league with a playoff, a series of single elimination tournament structure, what's the point of the cup? Like, the league being something that isn't resolved by one bad day at the end of the season, but only coming down to an aggregate is kind of good. Yeah, but the team in fourth, if you're the team that's top, and then you have some injuries at the end of the season, which cause you to not be able to play your best team against the team that's in fourth, then well, yeah, and if any playoffs we'd have would be seeded, obviously. So, but again, oh my lord, Trent did something. Go on, lad. Um, but if we already have, because you got to think the cup and the league have exactly the same reward, and the cup is decided generally by single elimination format, right? So like you already have a reward for being the best single elimination team. We don't have to keep the cup, but then I don't see what the benefit of cutting the cup and having playoffs is, though, because then there's fewer. Then we're only giving away one trophy. What do you mean? Is it that much additional adrenaline? We can, if you want, I can just put all of the cup games later in the season. What's Jojo replying to? Saying this. Yeah, but why are we changing it, Vince? Like, there has to be. What's the actual benefit of changing it? Like, change for the sake of change. Yeah, I'm with Vince. Oh, we scored again! Nuno Mendes. The fullback's coming in and. Oh no! I mean, we're doing injured. So. Like, changing something just because you want to change it risks making it substantially worse, and then people being like, I don't want to play anymore, right? Like, that's how. But no, we're open to changing it. The risks are people don't have fun and they don't want to come back, right? Like, and then the Gobshite League dies. But you're not pitching. You've not said what a benefit of it is. Like, we give out 2 trophies a year. There are actual benefits to both trophies, and now we're gonna and you're saying we're going to add excitement by removing rewards. I don't understand it. How is one reward better than two rewards? For the league, right? And it's, yeah, the person who wins, who becomes the only person to win, has a better time. But what about the other people? Like, Meech is in the final of the cup. In your new league and playoff structure, Meech's season was completely done a third of the way through. Yeah, like, you're basically saying if you have a poor start, your entire season is over so early because you're never going to qualify for the playoffs. The cup existing and it's starting so late is like a second chance for a bunch of teams. Like, it's explicitly why the cup has been starting post-split for as long as I can remember, is because it just made more sense. It made it more fun. It gave the teams in the bottom half of the split something to actually care about after the split. No, no, Vince. But again, why would we make a change that has no discernible benefit? Like, let's just all have a worse time for the next 2-3 months because it's different. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, we want to find something that we can stick with going forwards to accommodate the larger format. Yeah, ex- I I don't understand what that means. And all it actually does is make your... And if you're a team that's on the cusp of being around... If you're a team in the, like, 11th to 19th best team in the league, your chances become a lot less about whether you're actually 11th or 19th best, and depending on if you're in the group that has the four of the best teams in it, or and your competition is in the group which has six of the bottom team. Right, like, there's no... Because that's another aspect. If we do conferences into a split, a lot of it's going to be decided on... A lot of the flex spots are going to be decided on group strength rather than, like, the games between each other. Because, like, if you do one big group, at least, and into a split, at least then everyone's had the same chances, right? Everyone's played the same set of teams. What? But in your case, Vince, the split would happen way earlier. You got to think, we'd be doing the split much earlier in the season. So yeah, like, so having a chance at making the split later into the year isn't true, because the split happens so much sooner. The split's happening after, what, either 9 or 18 games instead of after 29 games. So teams who could still be in with a chance of making the split after 25 games, but in reality, they've missed the split because they started poorly. Can you? I think drafting rules would only make sense in divisions. Why would conferences have drafting rules? Like, what would conference drafting rules look like? But I don't like telling. That seems really bad. That seems like the sort of thing we actively want to avoid with the Gobshite League, though, right? We don't want to force people to draft the way you are, because for some people that's not how they want to draft. Like, what happens if someone who has who, say, Dave, who predominantly drafts from the UK or whatever, gets assigned to the only Serie A league? Yeah, like yeah, Vince. What happens if you get assigned to the drafting league where you can only draft players from Portugal and South America? Like, does that not interrupt your experience being forced to do something that is outside? Yeah, there's also that. Plenty of people draft gimmicks anyway, it's good to be able to choose your gimmick. Then why are you so scared of the change? Why have you never changed? Even if it's just for one season, you don't. It doesn't have to be forever. You can change. I think, like, the little side drafts that we've done are good ways of implementing restrictions, and I think that's where those things belong. Is in side drafts. If that's something you want, then organise them and we can get them done. Also, Mike, there's plenty of worse things to be than Norwich. It's secretly the best way to play league football is have a nice little adventure in the Premier League, a nice day out, go to all the nice stadiums, get relegated, then crush the Championship. Hey, we made the playoffs, and it's fine. We don't need Daniel Farker anymore. We don't need Daniel Farker. We've got the Hoff and Michael Essien. The difference with like actual sports and the Gobshite League, though, Vince, is if you support a team that's not really going to make the playoffs or whatever, it doesn't matter because it's still your team. You're still invested in them and you care, right? With the Gobshite League, once teams aren't really doing that well, people, the DOFs just stop caring, like, and then it just becomes a lot less enjoyable. At seasons being so long and you not being in the title race, people stop caring. Yeah, it's true. Loads of them do. But you gotta think every team has more than one fan. In the Gobshite League, every team has exactly one fan. Okay, fair. There are a couple of teams which have picked up additional fans over the years. I miss when Much and More had that really strong early Millwall vibe. Someone get Mart on the phone. Fuck Jamie. Let's bring Mart back as player number 30. Yeah, I think there's a question which is, do we have to watch every game? I think is the viewing pattern the thing that we change rather than the format? Like the stream format rather than the tournament format might be an answer. Big Norm hunting for the golden boot. What free kick routine this is, by the way. Because there's a way of doing it right where if people want to declare specific matchups that they always want to watch, like rivalries, like there's no world in which we'd ever not watch Crawford versus Todd, right? Like things like that. Will, no matter, because the stakes to that game, Adam versus Tom, will always be watched, even if they're both sitting in 20th and 19th. Doesn't matter. But it's also a case of, well, we could. There's also like we can auto drop people, but they can turn the button off. Like we can auto press the button for people if they're not invested, because we'd know, right? Because it's also like if someone ever is in the stream and says, "Oh, can I watch my team's game?" Yeah, sure, of course we can. Yeah, I think what Frank has suggested is the optimal conference format. So, going back to what George said of we need to work out what the optimal conference format is, I think it's that. A top couple into a small league. So I think if we want to put that on the ballot, I think that's how we do it. I think not watching games later in the season is good because I think it will also encourage people to engage in rivalries, because it's just like it's good to have rivalries because then you have a bunch of games that always matter and you can watch as well. Some teams definitely have rivals, right? I can put rival. I can make. And like I can put them in the back end as well, so like the players can treat it like a derby as well, and they'll play it like a derby. You'll get more fans. I'm a big fan of Nikki moving into Whammer's old house, Whammer absolutely hating him, and Nikki just refusing to acknowledge his existence. Well, they're not just declared, like there's something that kind of happens naturally, generally. Like Adam and Tom, not sure how it happened, but it happened, and the league's better for it. What? Is Mike just trying to make a single elimination tournament? Like, that's a fun cup format, but it ain't a league format. Uh, how many actual rivalries? We've got the one-sided Whammer Nikki rivalry, which is fun. I like that one. I like that one-sided rivalries that exist as well. There's plenty of them in real life. Obviously, Adam, Tom. Are there any other like actual? You then get things like Chris and Tice. Yeah. There's also like the Cabal. We all take great joy in beating each other. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Mike, is to take the button thing forward. Like, players could. DOF can opt into pushing their button, but I will automatically press the button once you're eliminated from contention. Because you gotta think, you'll still have games that are shown when you're playing another team who's relevant. Yeah, and you can turn your. And I'm not saying you have to. Like, I will let you turn your button off. If I automatically turn it on because you're eliminated, if you're like, no, 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 I still want to watch all my games, you can turn the button off. That's fine. It's just because it solves the. A bunch of people aren't that invested and aren't invested enough to turn the button on, right? If we make it an opt-out feature rather than an opt-in feature, the people who it affects are the people who will participate in using it, right? For example, when the ducks are, if the ducks are really shit, I'm probably gonna let the button stay off. But this season, I'm keeping that button off. Like, we're still watching every Ducks game because I like this Ducks team, and you will just kind of have to deal with that. Exactly. And like a bunch of the gimmick teams will want to keep watching their team regardless. Because it's part of the fun. It also comes up with we also get to make Mage do some fun coding to highlight teams that are now mathematically eliminated on the website. Oh, Tice! That's it. Tice is guaranteed to finish 24th. Holy fuck! Tice, you suck. Ah! Someone go get Hadley and Mage. The cup final starts now. Ping 'em. Here we are in the Fiji National Stadium. How many draws have Manchester had in the cup this year? I feel like both of these teams have had multiple replays already this season. Well, someone tag Mage and tell him not to bother. Oh no! Oh, make it stop. It's the shit D-Costa again. It's fine. I'm sure Mage has a plan. I hope that plan involves taking shots in the second half. We're an hour in. This is not an optimal cup winning strategy. Concede 2 goals in the first 11 minutes and then never take a shot. Hello? You've got Kylian Mbappe, he's the best player in the world! How have they managed 2 corners with 0 shots? Did Guillermo Torres... Okay. I wasn't paying attention, and I was worried there that Guillermo Torres was going to score a goal in a cup final. JRB grabbing one. Love that. Well, mate, you didn't take a single shot. The old no shots. Ew. Who did the cut wheel? Show me his number. What number is he? Fuck! Can't tell what number he is. Well, guess we'll never know. Congrats to Hadley. Last outing for both of these teams, is it? So, in the final game week, we only need to watch Sirs and Surreal, right? These are the only 2 teams that could win the league left. Oh, but Sirs are playing their last game today. Nice. So if they win, they go to 73. Am I winning? I did win today, actually. Yeah, I've had a good, acceptable season here. On average, we finished in that like 5th to 8th range in a lot of the test seasons, and this season we're gonna finish in that 5th to 8th range. I can't really complain at that. Oh wait, no, Nikki will have another game after this. So this game is game 36. Go to 73. This one lasted far too fucking long. It's the longest season we've ever had. There's been a lot of discussion about how to maybe make it shorter because it's been so long. But this season started before I went to Sri Lanka, and I went to Sri Lanka in March. So, end of February, beginning of March. I'm excited to hear what Wanner's ridiculous gimmick answer is. Take it away. Yeah, but it's working out the best way to play fewer games, John. That is certainly one way. Big fan of John's just no nonsense approach to this. Just play fewer games. Just that is certainly one way. Boom dandy. Although if we're doing that, we could just run a whole single elimination, right? In a single stream, probably. Mate loves the clonk joke. So Nikki wins this, goes to 73. And then Surreal's max point finish is 74. So if Nikki gets 4 points from their 2 games, Surreal need to win all 3 for a tie and we go to the tiebreaker. Sounds fun. Where's Mage going to play Clonk? The classic. Crawford scores against Crawford. This has happened both legs, right? Wasn't it Crawford and Harry Kane that scored last time? Why is Mage going to Brigstock? Oh, Mage was invited to something. Good on him. I'm proud of him. I really need to get around to booking flights and accommodation for the Bamford wedding. Me and Rallo are going to have nowhere to sleep at this point. Need a plan as well. I think we're going to spend some time in London. Is it easy to get to where the wedding is happening from London? Which of the London airports are best to fly to as well? Wait, isn't it near Luton-ish? I think we can fly to Luton. Maybe not. Don't go to Luton. I like Luton Airport. It's very similar to Bucharest Airport, Luton Airport. Yeah, like Luton itself, not a great place, but Luton Airport's fine. Nikki, you still play in the Martyrdome. Your stadium is still the Martyrdome. It depends who they've got. They've got to play the Chips next, right? I think. One last throw of the Ducks dice. Don't go out. Looking shit, please. Damian Garcia. We're having a great time out here. Are we playing Kimmich at centre mid? Where's Bellingham at then? Or was Kimmich dropped? Oh no, Kimmich and Bellingham in the middle. Madison at cam. I see. Where's Luis Alberto at? Boo. Go on, Trent. Desperately trying to get himself off the list. That's the point. Where is the list? Livakovic, you're not on the list anymore. I've come round. You had one bad day. You don't need to stay on the list. Livakovic has been fine. Like, I put him on the list in the heat of the moment for that one bad game where he did. I don't know, man. He'd been smoking something before the game. I don't know what he was doing. But it was one game, it didn't really matter. Trent, Kimmich and Amaresh are staying on the list, though. I will not be tricked. No. Trent, Kimmich and Amaresh are on the list. I've already... Oh, this is good. I'm already trying to work out my second keep because it's between Damian and Luis Alberto. I'm not sure which one yet, but I'm like 99% sure that one of them's going to be my second keep. I say second keep. Who's my first keep again? Oh, Jude. Yeah. I have to keep Jude. For some reason I thought I needed to blue keep Jude, but that doesn't make sense. Yeah. So I keep Jude, and then keep Luis Alberto or Damian. Blue keep Evan. Blue keep Carles. Blue keep someone else. Lucaba? Probably Lucaba. He was good. Maybe Rico Lewis. Could you imagine? Fuck Bellingham. Who needs Bellingham? I've got Luis Alberto. I'll just draft the other one in round 2 so I can keep them with Bellingham next year. Man, we've won so many penalties lately. So many penalties. Ah, well, I take it back. We've not won that many penalties. Go on, Carlos. Score the winner on the final game to justify me blue keeping you and letting you be a starter next season. Because I probably should... Are we playing Wilfred and Ndidi? Go on. We really don't give a shit. We are just sending everyone out for... so they can get their appearance bonuses. Wilfred and Ndidi at centre back, I think. So I guess if we watch Nicky and Surreal, and then if Nicky wins or Surreal doesn't win, we don't need to watch the final 2 Surreal games either. We're not going to watch the final Manchester game because the season will be over by then. We're doing alright here. Stream likely done in the next 2 games after this. Hey, we got a win! Man, I feel Kimmich is so close to coming off the list, man. He's so close. He's actually just keep putting in solid performances. Yeah. Nah, Trent. I'm over Trent. But Kimmich is so close. If someone drafts Kimmich and he does alright next season, he's probably going to come off the list. And I'm going to hate it. I'm glad that Kimmich was my round 1 pick though, so I can't talk myself into keeping him and hating it. If Kimmich gets another goal or assist this game, I'll take him off the list. It's definitely possible. Oh yeah, Los Palacios of Franca's 3rd favourite son. I should try and draft all 3 of them. Maybe that's something I'll try and do next season. Oh my god, we've lost! We've lost to 10 of them? Oh my lord, they played 75 minutes with after the red card, and we lost? Oh my god. Fuck Joshua Kimmich, he's on the list. Dickhead. Nicky winning the league is really fun. Because then there's like... What is it? So, Barcelona have 2 leagues, 0 cups. KCC have 2 leagues, 0 cups. The Ducks have 2 leagues, 0 cups. The Weasels have 2 leagues, 0 cups. Oh wait, no, Sirs have a cup. Never mind, never mind. Ignore me. But yeah, every team that's won the league but not won the cup has won the league twice. And even then, if Nicky gets a point, like, we can quickly check, right? Players under 23. So they're 9th. So Nicky has a pretty substantial tiebreaker lead as well. So yeah, Nicky probably only needs a draw for the league. Yes. Yes. No, we don't need to watch any of the others. So you can retire. You can retire. You can retire. You can retire. We're definitely not watching this game. We are currently scheduled to watch these games as these all matter. That could change. Yeah, when I discovered... yeah, that's... It is the main tiebreaker. The first tiebreaker is standings in Youth League, which is perfect. So, if Surreal don't win, the season's over. And then it's just give George infinite admin to do. Surreal hoping to keep their dream of tying Whammer at the top, becoming only the 2nd team to reach 5 trophies. I guess they're only the 2nd team to reach 4 trophies, right? No one else is on 2-2 other than Whammer. George, send me your PayPal, I'll buy you lunch. You can get it delivered. Oh. Okay then. Sorry. Alright then. Forget I said anything. If Whammer's about, we'll do him. Lovely job. Well, then here's hoping that either Nikki wins or Crawford wins, so that we don't have to watch the extra games, and we could just jump in to the numbers. Jeffrey! Oh. I'm not gonna lie, there is a part of me that would kind of love Surreal to steal the league from here. Like, it is... Yeah. 4 results have to go exactly one way, right? Like, it has to be 3 Surreal wins and a Nikki loss. Oh yeah, there is something very upsetting about that being the outcome as well. Reddit have won the Gobshite League. Oh. Yeah, I no longer want Nikki to win. I no longer want Hadley to win the league. That would upset me too much. Oh my god, Jeffrey! That's a child! Jeffrey! He's a literal child! He's 15! I think he's literally just turned 15. What's the date? Someone get the fucking calendar. Or is he about to turn 16? He might be about to turn 16. Jeffrey's a kid too. He's literally twice as old as him. Jeffrey's what, 29 now? Oh wait, no, Jeffrey's weirdly young. I think I forgot to age Jeffrey 1 year. I feel like Jeffrey's like a year younger than all of the other Kenyans. Only me. It's a shame that Jeffrey and Julio Cesar are never going to get to play together. At like their peaks. Julio Cesar and Jeffrey Weir are my Messi Benzema. I just have to wait for Jeffrey to start plummeting down. Wait till he's shit and 34 years old. Then I can do it. Yeah, Julio Cesar is... Like, Jeffrey Weir gives off massive Benzema vibes, right? Like, technically incredible, but for some reason has never really put in a world-beating season. Although he's picked up another trophy this year. Yeah, like he's not had one since being a first-round pick, though, has he? That's a point. Who's our league-winning round 1 pick this year? Nicky. Harry Kane! Isn't that his first? Has Harry Kane finally done it? Here we go. Nicky. Get a draw, you win the league. Get a win, win the league. Did we not make a list of it somewhere? I'm sure this is something that comes up all the time. Nice. Go on, Hazard. It would be on brand. Just the whole universe conspiring against him. Have those Rashford to PSG rumours picked up again? Or is that thing over? Oh! Oh! Harry Kane with the goal that could secure the title. And what a ball this is from Crawford, by the way. I will go on record saying I have been very critical of Crawford the player's performances over the years. But he has been incredible this year. And what a cross that is. To potentially win the league. Yeah. Captaining the league winning side. We're all gonna look really fucking silly when it becomes apparent that the key to unlocking Crawford's success was pairing him with Tottenham legend Harry Kane. That's all it took. Just like, oh yeah, why does nobody else try this? Harry Kane again! Commiserations to Hadley. Congratulations to Nicky. Welcome to the exclusive 2-league title club. Although you're in the what I like to call the 18K club, which is a club I'm not in. You're in the same club with Potter, Francisco. Ah, the club Hadley just left. We did it. We made it to the end of the season. Congratulations to all of us. We did it. Woo! Just in time, Nicky, to watch Crawford. Here he is. This is Crawford. One of the DOFs. Oh. Whee! Who's this fucking idiot? Whee! And a cartwheel. From whoever took the armband when Crawford was subbed off. We can work out who that was. Crawford was subbed off. Why is it not telling me who the captain was? Player statistics, maybe? Maybe? No, it doesn't tell you who replaced him as captain. Damn. Guess we'll never know. Maybe Varane? Maybe not. Okay. Now, George, take a screenshot of this. And let me know when you have. Anything particularly fun happened there? Dewsbury Hall scored. That is fun. Got it. Nice. Now we need... you can home retire. Oh, wait! They've still got a game to play. That counts. He's dead. Pellegrini is dead. I'm gonna make the manager. Who's the Turkey manager? Wait, first of all, let me get a screenshot of this. Turkey. Fatty Terim. Congrats. Oh no, I pressed enter too soon. Fatty Terim. Well, there's still one more game to go, right? That's why we're giving them a manager. Well, this season it was whoever the Turkey manager is, because the first two times I assigned a manager, it accidentally happened to be the Turkey manager. So then every other time after that, it seemed like the obvious actual. I need to do manager admin on the website. Wait. Barcelona managers. Pellegrini. So Pellegrini this season has 17, 7, 11. 17, 7, 11. So two. What was his cup record? A win and a loss. So it's 18, 7, 12. Right. So it's a game that they won that you're missing. You're missing a win from the website. Current season. Barcelona. There we go. So, Chips, Crawford and Sirs. Oh wait, no. There we go. Chips, Crawford, Sirs, BBC, Much and More. Ah, what? This win again? Oh, that was a cup win. Pig, and that was before the split. Eh? I'm really confused. Ah, so does this... Oh, wait, is this Shatesh draw isn't on the website? ACC draw, Dynamo draw, Losios draw, 4-man loss. BBC win, Sirs win, Crawford win, Chips win. So yeah, it's this Shatesh draw. Floor inverts 25, Zielinski 11. But it might be on the website and just may not have been tagged. Let's have a look. Fixtures. Shatesh. George is currently editing it. It's already there. Why are there two of them, George? You don't need to make a new one, right? But it's not that result still isn't assigned to Surreal, to Barcelona. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't tagged to the season. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I'm looking at Barcelona's fixtures on the website, and it wasn't missing. Okay, that makes sense. So is that correct now? Refresh this. 17, 8, 11. That still feels wrong. But now Pellegrini's got too many draws. Pellegrini has 8 draws and he should only have 7. So there's still an error somewhere. Add row. Okay, I've added Fatty Terim for game week 37 for Barcelona. Oh, Newcastle have also sacked their manager, but their games are done, right? Yeah, okay, so that one doesn't matter. Ah, stop. Okay, everything's done. Okay, okay. Now, F5. No, F6. Okay. Whew, here we go. The season's over, Pinko, it doesn't matter. Oh wait, I need to get George the fucking results first, don't I? Right, George, you got these two. We have now finished the season. And you have this one. Yeah. Lucky Nicky. Manchester. Mate? Hello? Have you considered being less shit? At least SMS weren't that unlucky. Oh my god, Vince! Hello? Even by XG you were worse than all of the gimmick teams, basically. Fuck. Right. Wow, to work! We end with Gravenberch 141, Amondi 177, the Assman 156, Jacinto 154, and Ciso 139, Wellesley 131. Norm 185, Muhammad Ali 145, Gula 142, Alexi 161, Evan 152, Carles 137, Ramos 162, Barco 134, Neves 143, Crawford 166, The Bushman 154, Ulysses 149, Cherky 131, Boucher 105. Why has Boucher started getting better now, all of a sudden? Natalie 175, Roque 145, Prince 143, Castle 125. Caravash 120, Rayner 137, Gusto 130, Damson 170, The Jackal 159, Colwell 147, Rasmus 142, Doyle 133, Lucky 157, Ricky 150, Guardiola 149, Nuno 142, Physio 139, YC2 139, Gus 138, Nasiru 137, Kai Voya 136, Take a Chance 134, The Golden Boy 133, Mantas 132, Nelly 131, Aparicio 128, Gomes and Wedge 126. Diego 118, SNL and JDN 117, Coach 1 116, Mohammed 112, Semin 97, Whittle 87, Gorna Duth 128, Greg 179, Diop 149, Rainier 146, Abdul 175, Nico Williams 150, Diamandi 142, Jeffrey 190, JRB 148, Guillermo 147, JJ 143, and he's retiring! That's it! JJ's done! JJ has elected to retire. It's finally over. Our first ever retired kid, Jacob Jones, at the age of 34, says no more. I'm done. I've got a cup win. I'm out. Dorami 138, the Sarminator 158, YC1 141, Almada 140, Elio 188, Spiegel 158, Yamal 140. He's got his staff attributes though. He's so good. Look at him. Look at him. Are you ready to make this man your manager? He has a PA of 62. Oof. Yeah, he wants to be ahead of youth development, but we will. Obviously, we don't really have heads of youth development. Tends to sign all the youth players, rely on set pieces. He's going to play a low block, and he isn't going to press. That's my kind of football. A deep line without pressing. This man's got a future with the Ducks. I genuinely might draft him as my manager next year. I want a two-striker formation. Yeah, I was going to say, I want a two-striker formation. It's possible. I will add all of his stats. I will go through every single season to get all of his stats, and I will fill them in on, so that when we click here, we'll have every single season of his career. And yeah, it's gonna be cool. But yeah, so this does also mean we need to work out what we're going to do with retired kids and how we handle them. But there, put it on the AGM, yeah. Because I'm happy to do something like if he wants to be a head of youth development, I'm happy to just give him to whichever team makes the most sense as a head of youth development. My assumption is it'll probably be Nikki. We can wait and see for sure. Kind of emotional, isn't it? Is it weird to say it's kind of emotional? Let's have a look at the stats. So the best real boys is Arda Güler, Lamine Yamal, Evan Ferguson, Vitor Roque, Gonzalo Ramos. What kids had good seasons? Jacinto. Oh my god, Karabash plus 29. Mantas plus 28. Wedge plus 28. We've finally got a whole host of potentially mediocre centre backs coming through. I'm so excited. Kids, Pingu's not done a terrible job. There's been a lot of development in that kids team. One notable exception is we'd have liked a lot more than plus 10 for the golden boy. But other than that, it's a pretty good turnout for the kids team. Spiegel plus 12. Classic Potter project. Kushka. Let's just have a look at all of the real boys in case people want them. They will. We can direct them to the end of this stream. They can get all of the stats that they want that way. They could also just contact me and I will give them actual details, but my first guess will be... I don't know what... I don't need one. I have the save file. What am I doing? Right. I wasn't actually looking. Set piece specialist. 16 crossing, 16 long shot. He does look real fucking good. Flair, vision, technique. Dictates tempo. Fun one. Got some. He's grown up. He's got some decent physicals for himself. He's not the quickest, but does look good. I agree. Right, enjoy, George. Enjoy. Is there anything else anyone wants? Hey, Norm got the golden boot. Go on, lad. Raheem Sterling, 12 assists. Raheem Sterling was the creative winger. Oh my god, Kimmich got 10? Oh my god. Nuno Mendes got 11? He scored so many goals. Crawford. Solid season. My God! Raheem Sterling, what? 18 goals, 14 assists? Oh, wait. A bunch of them would have been in the shit cup, right? The Champions League. 3 and 2. So, even still, 15 and 12. Fuck! Is Raheem Sterling just the best player in the world? Hello? Wait, Rabiot got... How many games did he... Oh my God, he played every game. Rabiot was just one of the best players in the league? What? Hello? What? 7 goals, 10 assists? Shit! Wild stuff. How many is it? 9 and 15? Fuck. $16 and 7. Mbappe was fine. 14 and 10. One of the few 10-10s. Probably the only 10-10, right? Can't imagine there's any others. Oh, SMS was a 10-10. Article got 10 assists. Jesus. Oh, Raheem Sterling, obviously, was a 10-10. Marcus Rashford. What? What? 21 goals, 14 assists? Sheesh. Marcus Rashford is just the greatest football player on earth. Yeah, Marcus Rashford. Player of the year, I guess. Goalkeeper stat. Expected goals. No. Expected goals prevented. Jordan Pickford. Unai Simon. Alex Mere. Come on. Gianluigi Donnarumma and Gregor Kobel. Big Dom was a positive had a positive impact on our season. Only 13 goalkeepers were good. Wild. And one of them was Muhammad Ali. Go on. "23 players played in every single game." Right then. I will love you and leave you. This was fun. If anyone needs anything, make a ticket and I will try and stay on top of them. But until then, be good. Much love. Congratulations to Nikki. Congratulations to Hadley. Vote in the Globbies. Vote in the AGM. And RSVP to JJ. Toodaloo.